going by themselves. At the age of 15, his son reached the 8th level, and Marguerite, to everyone's surprise, his own included, reached the 10th at the age of 35. I didn't know what to think about his talent. Was it bad, or was it good? But I could say a lot about the reason that had brought us all to this fire. I may not have noticed a lot of important things today, but I had seen some strange activity in the past few nights. "Oh, fuck off! Get out of the way!" someone shouted, and I instinctively turned to the noise. A man with unkempt dark hair, only a year or two older than me, and not much taller, wanted to go back to the wagons, but 2 other men got in his way. The 3 of them were from the group that had lived in Arroyo a week before I arrived. I hadn't memorized their names yet. Then again, to be honest, I hadn't even tried. "Togrim has called you here on business. I ain't letting you go anywhere," one of them said with a grin. The other, a big bloke, no smaller than Porto, was silent. He stood there with his muscular arms folded across his chest, towering a head above his friend. It was a strange sight. Each of us was a talent that had risen above their peers, the pride of their family and village, and yet there were still those who accepted to be bossed around. "Why should I give a shit about Togrim? You follow him around like a stupid jare. Get the hell out of my way," he exclaimed, and shoved the first guy by hitting him in the chest. The blow made him stagger and shuffle his feet in an attempt not to fall over. But it didn't work, and he fell on his back. The big man instantly found himself next to his friend's attacker, and he, grinning triumphantly, made the mistake of allowing himself to be approached. The big guy withstood the first blow, showing his considerable battle experience. He bent over, leaning forward and resting his feet securely on the soft ground, and then, without any further ado, headbutted his opponent, knocking him off his feet and wrapping his arms around his waist. His friend came up and began to kick the man. "Do you know who you've tried to hit? A fucking jare. We just wanted to talk, and you reply with violence? Is that what a champion does? You gonna do the same when they tell you to talk? Fuck off! Hey, you 3, are you drunk or something? Break it off. Hey!" Marguerite shouted, unable to stand what was going on. I understood him. He was the oldest among us, so he was used to the youngsters being respectful in his presence. Even Virgil used to do these kinds of things away from prying eyes. But Marguerite was no longer in his village, nor was he now a respected craftsman. "Who told you that you could talk, old man?" His neighbor, a boy of about 16, got up from the log. Short, thin, with blonde hair gleaming in the firelight. This Togrim had made himself a nice group of misfits. His experience was felt. I tasted anger in my mouth and clenched my fists. "Shut your mouth," the potter replied and waved him away. "Have you lost your mind?" The blonde grinned and repeated my thoughts aloud. "You're no longer in your shithole of a village. Forget about the hierarchy of age. Your place here will be determined by your strength, and your strength alone. Who are you to tell me to shut my mouth? Huh? A piece of shit that took 20 years to reach the 10th level?" The blonde raised his head, looked at the potter who had raised his hand but never lowered it, and then hit him in the stomach. Marguerite was thrown to the other side of the log. Unable to stand up, he lay there, crouched, struggling to get to his feet, kicking up debris and dirt around him. He vomited blood and air, and I grimaced, remembering my first experience with Vardas's fist. The blonde's words resembled his, the same rejection of seniority by age and belief in that he who held the power was the one worthy of respect. It was as if I had never left. I kept seeing familiar things everywhere. Great. From the log nearest to the fire stood up a dark-haired, thin, and rather frail-looking man. His appearance reminded me of my Mopani spear, unyielding and durable, able to endure many tests despite its appearance. He looked around at all the eyes pointed in his direction. From where he stood, they looked like gaping holes. He didn't look too powerful, and I could tell that he was about 16. He had already begun to shave and didn't, like Virgil, let his facial hair grow out. His shirt was decorated with embroidery and lacing, and moccasins with beads, simple clothes of a hunter.